Good afternoon, gentlemen. I hope you're well. Today's video is an educational video. I'm going to be showing you how to do your own research on tokens. It does not matter what the token is, it just depends on the method itself. So I have a five-stage process. Let's say you've seen a token and you want to have a look at it. So myself as an investor, I've put $50 into this token. I put it into an LP pool. Actually, I put $80 or something. I've left it in an LP pool on a very wide range. The reason is I'll earn some yield while I hold and see what it does. I'm planning to DCA in if it goes well or looks good. So there's a few things that sort of attracted me to this token, and I'm going to go through my five-stage process. So you should be doing this with every token to save you the trouble of watching this video because it might be a bit long. Number one is have a look at the token itself. Do you like it or do you think other people will like it? Is there volume? Is there sufficient liquidity? Basic stuff you'll look at. If it doesn't meet that criteria, if it's like a crappy little meme or it's been done loads of times and it just looks crap, then obviously you'll move on. Second, what is the actual liquidity? Is there other liquidity pools? What's the volume like? That's what you'd look at. Number three is what are the holders doing? Is the holder count growing? Do massive people own a lot of supply? Have they been selling? You'll track all that. Then number four is looking at the socials, the community. And number five is obviously your entry, whether you want to plan to DCA in or if you're just going to buy a massive dip, put a limit order, etc. like that. So first of all, let's look through what the token is. So Tism's a play on autism and it's very memeable in the crypto community. And they've got custom graphics, which I really like. There's rumors this is from the Frog team, but we'll get over that. I'm not shilling this token. They haven't, told me. I don't even know who's running it, but it's just used as an illustration purpose. I aped in probably 240, something like that, and this could go very sour. So I like tokens older than 2 weeks old. So if you shill me anything that's brand new, likelihood I'm probably not going to really buy a lot in it. I'll always look at it, but this one has had a sell off. That looked like the floor. It wasn't the floor. This is a lower floor now. That seems like the overbought position. So 150k market cap is definitely a buy zone for me if it goes for a long period. If a whale nukes, then I would buy because I expect it to bounce up. So I'll just be very patient with it. I'm not impressed massively with the chart, but I see it's a good buy zone at the moment. That's just me. Now let's look at holders. Holders, I never really know what to make of holders. Like sometimes you look, there's a 4% wallet, there's a 2% wallet. I think you can make this look good if you want it to. And this is just seems very honest. So I just have a look at a quick top holders. What are they doing? They're selling, 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 but they're brought back, which is fine, yeah, I guess. But they've put a good amount in. It's not like they got airdrop these tokens. So I like that. I'm not put off by that or anything. Let's have a look at this one. So that's part of the wallet that brought before it come on. So that's part of the bundle. You can look at the bubble maps, but I never really know again what to make of it. You can fake these, you can not transfer, you can do small amounts. So in large wallets, it doesn't really matter. Like it's going to be like a few connected and stuff like that. Anyway, it's not loading. But in terms of volume, I'm happy with it as well. I think that's a good amount of volume. You kind of want at least double or triple, especially under 1 mil, you kind of want it triple. Anything more than 10 times is really bullish, very bullish, because eventually, if it's over a long period of time, I'll show you how to look properly at it as well. But again, I'm not majorly disappointed by the chart. Kind of like these kind of charts. So we'll have a look at. I mean, if you want to go deeper into the hold account, and you can look at onto here and have a look and see, okay, holders, who are these guys? Do they hold for long? If you want to delve into someone's wallet, you can see what they're holding when they brought. So this is obviously a frog whale, maybe it's a dev, etc. So that's a good sign. They're not going to be desperate to sell for a 2x, but who knows? Sometimes that's how you get that kind of money, you sell quickly, etc. So another thing to look at is you can put it into Mobi scanner, something like that, which will show you buy and sell pressure uh, in a good level actually. I like this Dex actually, not Dex, this scanner, screener, whatever. But it will show you like what's the buy and sell. I think that's for the last 5 minutes. Is there more buys than sells? Is there more buy volume? You can look at that. You can see that on um, Deck Screener as well. But have they updated it? No. But in terms of trading volume history, you can look at it. It gives some nice statistics. So that's something to obviously look at. Now, the other thing I want to look at is there other liquidity pools and what do they look like? So we'll open up. This is my LP pool. So it's very small. It's a very wide range, like I said. So we've got nothing in these LPs apart from this one. So I want to have a look at it and see what's happening with it. Is there any volume on it, which is good? There's more extra volume coming in. But I think this is, from looking at it, it's probably one person. So this is the pool I found, and it's on a curve position. When someone does a curve position, they have supply and they want to get rid of it and swap it into Solana as quick as possible. So they've obviously brought the dip, or they've ended up buying at the top and then they're down and then they want to just get out as quick as possible. This will build up sell pressure, by resistance, I mean, sorry, at this level. So once it gets to about 0.000002, which is not far off where we are actually, if we swap it to Solana, it's probably a widest range. So it's up to here. So they're going to be out of, it'll break up, and if there's buy pressure, it should shoot up. It's like getting a mass liquidation in the market. So that's a pretty good thing in terms of that. But like I said, I put only $80 into it, so it's not a great amount. Now, the other thing we're going to look at is the actual socials, because socials are important. So I'll copy the contract, but I'll go over to Twitter. Now, these can be very much faked. This can be very much, you know, they can automate all the posts. They can pay someone to post. Frequency doesn't matter. I want to look at kind of what's people engagement level. What are they saying? So I could pay 30 guys to like every tweet. I could use a bot to like every tweet. I can have a look and see what people are saying. If everyone's like, to the moon, this is the best, blah, 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 then obviously strong team, strong team. Is that an inside thing that they all say? I don't know. But I want to see the comments. Is there meaningful comments? Look for the meaningful engagement. Like, is someone really happy that they brought into this? Right now, most people are probably at a loss. So you won't get a massive amount of love at the moment. Should the token start flying up, you'll see everyone flood back and say, yeah, this is the best token ever. I'm glad I held, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to have a look at the community now. And frequency, I'm happy with how much the team is posting. But I'll always click the latest tab and then I'll have a look. Again, frequency, I just want to see a post every hour, at least. I don't want to see like loads of rubbish. As long as there's people holding a genuine, like, what does this guy do? If you want to really do your research, go into every holder's account and then see what they're shilling. Like, is this guy paid to shill? He's shilling and everything. It seems like a good little holder. Like, he knows what's going on because Mask is doing well, Housecoin's doing well, Uranus is doing well, Troll's doing well. So he's a good holder. He's an actual holder. Like, he's a good guy. Again, we can look at this guy. So is he posting? Is he shilling? You can look at replies and stuff like that. We have Tism. So he's obviously supporting, or this guy is leading the CTO, stuff like that. So he's very much into Tism. He's probably got a good bag and he's shilling well. This is nice. So I'm impressed. It seems like there's actual organic community. I've only looked at two profiles, but a quick glance will save you a lot of headache and time just doing that very quickly. But let's go back to the actual Tism page. So on the face of it, it looks good. Custom graphics. Seems like there's things moving there. But obviously, there's no major price action, so people ain't going to be really, really bullish on it, in my opinion. So I'll search the ticker now, and we'll see what people are saying. So I did see, I think it's the contract I put, and then I did see someone fudding it, this gentleman, but I don't know who he is. Again, you can look at his profile and then see, does he fud everything? Let's actually do that. So is he a reputable source? Is he a good researcher? Is he like someone that does, looks at tokens, or is it someone that just says, oh, this is crap, this is a fud, blah blah blah, and look. So he's very kind of negative stuff like that. Anyway, he could be right. So he basically said that this was originally launched on Sui, but it didn't do well, so it rugged. So this is a 3 month, 4 month period. I wouldn't say this is a rug. I think this is just a project that launched and didn't go well. They were betting on Sui doing well. I've done stuff like that in the past before, thinking the chain's going to emerge. And if you get in early, then obviously you're one of the front runners. But he posted this at 1.6 mil, and as you can see, it has pretty much dumped. But for me, the team is still active. If they were completely silent, obviously they've dumped their bags. I think there's elements of selling, but I think the community was selling stuff like that, so it wasn't just that. I'll take this with a pinch of salt. He may be right, hence why approaching with caution. But again, this is also another thing, bundled, 12% bundled, but he's linked it to the Frog creator, and it was exactly 1 year Frog was launched where this actually launched. And the graphics are very similar, so people can make the assumption. That's probably why we had the massive sort of run up at the start. Everyone was saying Frog Dev, Frog Dev, Frog Dev. Frog is a CTO, number one. And the team were just making the graphics and the community led it, and it wasn't really like the team pushed it. So again, we had to look at the top comments, but we're going to have a look at the latest. Again, I want to see at least a few posts frequency. This guy is majorly shilling. So believe it or not, there's a guy I follow on X, and he does like this. Like he's the only guy shilling. I can't remember his name, but when I see him shilling like this, it makes it really bullish. Like especially when this guy could just be ready to sell, but he's ready to work, mate. He's number one, bro. He's going to be, in a month's time, he's going to be making the whale group. He's going to be in it, leading the raids, if things go well. That's how it evolves. And again, you can go into these profiles and see who they are. Are they paid shillers? Like this looks like a paid shiller account. No offense, I might be wrong, but if you see loads of these where they got like dead accounts or botted accounts, he's following a lot of people, but is he just shilling like, oh, this is live, and he's obviously paid to do it? That's not an actual community member. Don't be fooled by that if you see loads of activity and stuff like that. So I want to see obviously contracts going out, and this guy's obviously doing a really good job. So that's a good thing. Whether people have influence, because if you have influence and you shield something, it's pushing a token. If you don't have influence, you're just spamming and you make it look bad. So he knows what he's doing. He's going to the right people. He's shilled to Mert. Mert won't probably buy, but he's shilling to people that are actually heavily in Solana, if that makes sense. So he's a good trade. Anyway, so another thing to do is search the hashtag TISM, and we can have a look and see basically the same thing. Go to top, see what people are saying. These are usually accounts with good following or the tweet has good engagement. Again, this guy obviously is there. I've gone into his account, that's why it showed up. So yeah, it's nothing special. It's whether it runs, but this is the kind of research you want to be looking at. Again, we'll go to latest and we'll see. Typically, you'll get more people posting with the ticker. I don't know why I think people need the contract. X hasn't shown up, so obviously that's annoying for us. But again, happy days. So the other thing we're going to look at, which I forgot to actually show, is we're going to take a look at the volume. So go into liquidity, type in the contract here. I'll just show you, I've done it earlier. TISM, and you want to find the main pool. This is the main pool, that's what got locked. So we're going to click this little thing here that says view pool charts. Select 1 minute and you're going to see how the volume performs. Now you can't get a great metric over a week, but you can see when tokens volume starts rising. Use this, go into the token. If it's on somewhere else, Meteora, do the same thing. Everyone gives metrics about it, and you'll typically switch to a week or 4 hours if it's new, 1 hour, etc. So is it having an uptick? This could be the start of this little push up, maybe. Like you could look at that to engage it and see what's going to happen. Volume equals pump, basically, or people selling off. That's the one thing. If it's a sustained increase in volume, it's usually buy pressure. But again, you can use other sites to do that. Even Dex Screener shows you that. The other thing we want to look at is what's the hold account doing? Uh, is it going up? So in the last few hours, it's gone up. However, it's been going down for the last few days. So this is good. You can see it's reducing. every single day, and now we've gone positive. So did I magically buy at the right time? Time will tell. This is all a gamble. We don't know what's happening behind tism. We don't know if someone's saying, okay, we've had enough, this didn't go well, we've got, 15 grand, let's slowly start, rinsing it out. And then we'll just abandon it. You don't know if that's going to happen. These people holding supply. But like I said, this guy brought in, so this might be the team. And again, if the team doesn't have supply, they're not going to push. We might have to go to 30k market cap before everyone that's large has sold off. Then we buy back. That could be another story, but I'm not willing to do that with this token. I don't love it that much. But I put $50, $80, whatever. I'll leave it for 1 to 2 days before I actually establish. Again, if this goes to 150, I might buy, and then I might buy another $50 when it goes below 100k, and then that's it. Like I won't do any more. That's enough at that level. If it goes to a mil, it goes to a mil. But again, if we look at like the frog chart, we can see maybe establish how that done and how that looked. So at the start, it was, very much a kind of hyped pump. And then what was that? 2 days, 3 days? This is about a month maybe of like a drawdown basically. And then it started to rise up. So I'll be looking to probably sell when it goes to like a 5, 10x. I wouldn't be looking, I might leave some money in the LP, but I wouldn't be looking to hold TISM to, 200k market cap, 200 mil market cap, 700 mil market cap. I don't think it's that type of token. I don't think it had a good enough start. I don't think the community is that massively strong, but I could be wrong. And hence why I took a little $50 gamble, and I'll probably take a few more $50 gambles on it. But I wanted to just make this video to illustrate the point of like this is how you can kind of quickly scan a token and see who's talking about it, why is it going up, is there other metas. Just a very simplistic video so you can kind of get an idea of what I would look at if someone sent me a token and said, would you buy this? And yeah, I did buy it. So I wish you all the best and take care.